Ukraine to treat ships on way to Russian ports as potential carriers of military cargo.
Here's a summary of the article.
Kyiv, July 20. Ukraine's defense ministry said on Thursday it would consider all ships traveling to Russian ports and Ukrainian ports on the Black Sea that are occupied by Moscow as potential carriers of military cargo from July 21. A day after Russia said that any ships traveling to Ukraine's Black Sea ports will be seen as possibly carrying military cargoes, the Ukrainian Defense Ministry said it could repel what it called Russian aggression at sea. The fate of the cruiser Moskva proves that the defense forces of Ukraine have the necessary means to repel Russian aggression at sea, the ministry said, referring to the flagship of Russia's Black Sea Fleet which was sunk last year. Ukraine's Ministry of Defense warns that from 00 on July 21, 2023 all vessels heading in Black Sea waters in the direction of the Russian Federation's seaports and Ukrainian seaports on Ukrainian territory temporarily occupied by Russia may be considered by Ukraine as carrying military cargo with all the relevant risks. Advertisement scroll to continue. Russia this week quit the Black Sea Grain Initiative that was brokered by the United Nations and Turkey a year ago and allowed safe Black Sea shipments of Ukrainian grain, and revoked guarantees of safe navigation. Ukrainian officials want to continue the Black Sea grain shipments and are trying to establish a temporary route. The Ukrainian Defense Ministry also said that navigation in the northeastern part of the Black Sea and the Kerch-Yenikal Strait of Ukraine was banned as dangerous from 5 am on July 20.
This post received a score of 5,100, with an upvote ratio of 97%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Ukraine playing the good all, no you, card. I feel like this is a ploy to try and get the Russian fleet to stop hiding at their bases and actively have to protect their cargo ships, leaving them open to taking a Neptune or Harpoon up the rear.
Well, Russia has been using cargo ships to move military equipment from Syria to Ukraine, so Ukraine is well within their rights to hit them. The only reason they haven't targeted these ships yet is probably cause of the grain deal. But any merchant vessel would be a sitting duck for marine drones, which would force the Russians to employ escorts.
Considering it seems like the grain deal either failed or cancelled from what I remember, they can probably safely assume it's either arms or equipment for their war.
Russia betraying their grain deal actually just means it's fine to target merchant vessels regardless.
And Russia just bombed the crap out of Odessa's ports, hitting grain and fuel silos.
Yeah, Russia literally just greenlit the idea that hitting any trade supplies is fine for this war. This means vessels going to Russia or sitting in Russian ports are aware of the risk, civilian or not.
Ukraine should start issuing letters of marque.
The folks over at our non-credible defense have been itching for this all week.
All week? We've been jonesing since they started seizing yachts last year.
How do you like them apples?
I like 'em smoked.
Putin and the limp lackeys that prop him up are going to have to die in order for Russia to live. It's as simple as that.
Yep, that's what it will come down to. Not if, but when Putler is assassinated, it will be a world holiday. Okay, so what are they gonna do? These aren't just flashy words in sake of being flashy, are they? I don't think Ukraine is going to be chomping at the bit to sink civilian ships. What this does is make it harder for Russian ships in the Black Sea to get insurance, essentially the same thing Russia is doing to Ukraine with their identical threat.
Yeah, they're mirroring Russia's previous identical statement. Basically a declaration of if you shoot our civilian boats we'll do the same. It's like the international version of Russia. I'll hit you bro Ukraine, now I'll hit you bro swing first.
All your ships belong to us.
A way of using insurance companies' unwillingness to insure Russia-bound ships.
If this causes other countries to stop sending ships with cargo to Russia, I count it an absolute win for the civil world. Fuck the crews and ships of anyone sending anything to Russia, at this point. Sink every last one, until no country will risk their ships in support of Russia's genocide campaign.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.